You know those girls with the short skirts and the high heels and the big bags. Well, then maybe
You can subscribe and follow me on all social media, which is linked down below. I love you guys, and don't forget to put a smile on your face. It is truly the best makeup that you can wear. Hey friends, what's up? Welcome to today's video. So as you guys can see from the title, this is a Q&A video, long overdue, kind of like a life update as well. A lot of you guys sent me questions over social media, so I'm going to go ahead and read those questions off and answer them now. And if I get any snaps while filming this video, then I'll go ahead and open those as well. So far I haven't gotten any. So our first question is there any particular memory or specific instance that you can remember that began or led you to the love of all things like hair, makeup, and beauty? Not really. I have always loved makeup since before I was allowed to even wear it. At 14, I kind of started doing a little more than I'm sure my mom wanted me to do, and I just really stuck with it. I feel like I'm a really creative person, so you can create so much through makeup. It's such an art, and same thing with hair. I've always had crazy colored hair. Except for my wedding day. It was actually normal, surprise, surprise. And then, you know, after my boys passed away, YouTube and beauty just became more of a hobby for me, just so I could share it with all of you guys. I've always been told I have a wasted talent, and after hearing that for so long, you're just like, all right, maybe I should do something with this. The next question is, how often do you clean your beauty brushes, and how do you clean them? Also, how often do you just completely replace them? I clean them every Sunday, so once a week, and I clean them with Zote soap. I have some videos up on how I clean my brushes if you want to refer to those. And how often do I just completely replace them? I'm sure you should replace them a lot sooner than I do, but if you have a really good brush, like there are some really good MAC brushes, there's some really good Morphe brushes. Some of those brushes with care, good care and upkeep can last you 5 to 6 years. Or longer, who knows. I replace mine when they start to get kind of cruddy, like even after they just stop coming clean or they start to fall apart. Obviously they're old or they were cheap, and I just get rid of them. So the next question is, where do you see yourself in the next 3 to 4 years as a YouTuber? Honestly, I hope to have a bigger following, of course. I hope that I will be able to start going to events, get invited to more events. I would love to go to an Urban Decay or Too Faced event. I also see myself meeting some of the YouTubers that I watch and love, like that girl Shay, Alexis Jada. Like, I would seriously be so honored to just meet them. Just one time, that's all I need. And honestly, I hope that at that point I can be further off to maybe creating my own makeup brand, or maybe not a brand, but like an eyeshadow palette or a liquid lipstick or something. I would really love to do that. How do you not get bored or burnt out with your channel? How do you keep it fresh and interesting to connect with others and make them want to see more? That is a hard question, because sometimes I do get really burnt out, and that's because I am a mom of a 7-year-old, and I also work part-time outside of the home. And if you guys have kids or you're married or anything like that, then you know that your home life is also a job. But I basically just tell myself, get up and do it, because you can't not go to work. This is my job as well. So I just keep getting up and doing it. And how do I not get bored? Well, I watch other YouTubers, which is very inspiring, and it kind of pushes you to keep going and not get lost in the boredom. Like, I do have like rough patches. Like lately, I just have not been on my film game, and I've just been really lazy, but I have other life issues going on as well. So I just try to stay on top of it for you guys. And then how do I keep it fresh and interesting to connect with others and make them want to see more? I ask you guys kind of what you want to see on my channel, and I feel like I involve you guys on my channel and really connect with a lot of you. A lot of you guys I consider like friends and family. So I feel like if I'm doing what you want, then you'll want to watch. And also, like I said, I just feel like I'm very creative. So I feel like I don't have a hard time creating looks. Now, don't get me wrong, I do have off days. I think we all have off days, but for the most part, I sit down and I look at what I have and I'm like, I got a look. I got like 12 looks. And I don't ever get them all done. I try to jot them down just so I can remember and refer. And I also have a Facebook beauty group, so that helps me because you guys post stuff there and then I get ideas from that. Next question, favorite high-end brand makeup, favorite drugstore brand, and favorite makeup brushes. So my favorite high-end makeup would have to be Urban Decay, just because their colors are so vibrant and they're so funky and their packaging is so cool. Like if I could team up with a makeup company, I would definitely want to team up with Urban Decay. My favorite drugstore brand, I would have to say, is L'Oreal. I think L'Oreal does an amazing job with their products. Well, you know what? Let me take that back. It's a tie between L'Oreal and Wet n Wild because they've really stepped up. And they've really started to branch out. So between the both of them, those are both, I can't pick, my favorite drugstore brand. And then favorite makeup brushes, definitely would have to be Morphe brushes, but I can go into more detail on like my favorite foundation brush, contour brush, so on and so forth. I'll film a separate video for that. Okay, our next question is, what other hobbies are you interested in besides makeup? Very funny that question gets asked because it seems like all I'm into is makeup, but actually I love to dance, you guys. I also really like working out, although I've been very lazy over the past 2 years, but a lot of you guys know my husband and I lost 2 sons, and that just sent me into depression and caused me to be very stressed out, and my anxiety is so bad. But I do love dancing and working out, and I love spending time outside. I hate bugs, but I just like the outdoors, especially when it's a beautiful day like today. I just like to go out and spend time with my daughter. Somebody wanted to see a video on color corrections. That will be cool. I will definitely do that. What are some of your favorite nerdy things? I love comic books. I have a guilty pleasure of comics and comic books. I actually have 2 Batman comics on my windowsill right now that my husband bought me. They are like retro brands and limited edition ones, so I'm really excited about that. It's gonna be worth money someday. I love going to like Comic-Con, and I have tons of comic book clothing. A question from another friend here is, when are we making a collaboration video? I'm always down for collabing, so if anybody wants to collab, feel free to hit me up and we can come up with something. I want to know how to make both of my eyebrows look the same. One is almost non-existent. That is very hard to do. My brows don't even look the same right now, but I can film a brow tutorial that might help you out. Next question, what is your weekly skincare routine? I can film an in-depth video on my skincare throughout the week for you. Do you use the same facial mask until it's gone, or do you have a few that you switch between? I have a few that I go back and forth between. Actually, I have a lot. I don't have a few. I have a lot. But I also have my favorites. Do you prefer matte or shimmer eyeshadows? I actually prefer shimmer eyeshadows, like metallic eyeshadows. The shinier, the better. If you had only $50 to spend on makeup, what would you buy? With $50, I could actually buy a full face. I could buy an eyeshadow palette, a liquid lipstick. So I would actually buy the works. But if I could only buy one product, I would invest in an eyeshadow palette. Do you think drugstore foundation are as good for your skin as high-end brands? Yeah, actually, because there are some high-end brands that aren't that great for your skin. I know some people have broken out from them. So I do think certain foundations from the drugstore can be just as good as the higher up brands. How long do you keep your products? I'm really bad about this. I usually kind of keep them until they just don't work anymore. There are some things that I know are dated and they do kind of get a little grody after the date, so I will throw them out and replace them. But yeah, I feel like as long as it's good and it's not tearing your skin up, then by all means use it. What items are you looking forward to this year? That's kind of a hard one because things are always coming up and popping up, and there's always new companies creating something, so I don't really know that one. I don't really know how to answer that one. Okay, here's some good questions. How long have you been married? 3 years on June 7th. Where did you and your husband meet at? We actually met through, well, they were my friends at the time and I had no idea, but it's his stepbrother and sister-in-law So we actually met through them. He was in the military for 4 years stationed in Hawaii, and they were kind of just like, hey, you've been screwed over, he's been screwed over, you guys should talk. Okay, so that's it for the question and answer portion of the video. I didn't get any snaps to open during the video, so that's a little bit disappointing. Kind of wanted to open up some video snaps, but that's okay. Maybe I can film another one of these down in the long run if you guys have any more questions for me. And I will definitely film some of those videos that you guys asked me about that I couldn't really answer the question to. It's more like I would just like to show you. So life update. So yeah, there's just been so much going on. As you guys know, been extremely busy with work, my daughter, and just life. But summer is coming and we're going to be taking a vacation in June. We're headed out to Tennessee, going to the Smoky Mountains. I'm very excited about that. I'm going to be taking my handy cam along, which you guys know I used to film on this guy, but now I use it as my vlog camera. It's just a little handy camcorder. So I'm going to be taking that with me so I can film some really awesome footage I feel like I can get for you guys. And I might actually film while I'm there because I have a mini tripod that I'm planning on taking since we're driving. I'll be able to take a lot of my equipment with me, which is really nice. And also, as you guys know, I went to the Chris Brown concert. I'm also going to the Migos, Tory Lanez, Kodak Black, and Future concert with my very good friend, aka sister, Tashina. She'll be home. At the end of May, we'll be going to that. You know, we've got Mother's Day coming up, my mom's birthday coming up, so I'm going to be very, very busy. And that's really good because I think it'll get me out of this funk and out of this depression. My husband and I have our wedding anniversary coming up in June 7th, as you guys know. And I don't know, we usually try to do something and get away on the weekend, so we might do something again, which would be very nice. It's good for us. And yeah, so that's pretty much it on my life update. Nothing else has really changed. I feel like I keep great communication with you guys. I talk to a lot of you guys on Snapchat and on social media, which is nice. So yeah, keep that up because I really enjoy it. If you guys have any questions or anything else you want to know or would like me to film, please leave your suggestions and questions down in the comments below. I love responding to you guys' comments. It just really makes my day. And yeah, that's it for today's video. So if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more like this, let me know. Don't forget to follow me on all social media. And don't forget to put a smile on your face. It is truly the best makeup you can wear. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.